We have a Middle Eastern fragrance haul today. Ang dami kong nabili from the Middle East, mostly from Smart Collection. So Smart Collection is usually a dupe house. Wala yata silang original. I don't know. I'm not sure. Pero usually ang mga binibenta nila is a dupe of something. And I have two other brands from Vinzini and from Latafa. Let's start with the biggest one. We have Latafa Camera. This is the Kahwa version. I've only used this like once and ilang spray lang, dalawang spray lang. Nilagay ko lang sa likod ng jacket ko and I could still smell it sa labahan nung lalabhan ko na yung jacket ko. So I can say that this is pretty long lasting. I'm trying to use this too revealing. But I want to use it kasi sayang naman. Binigay lang sa akin to. Hopefully, I don't show, I don't flash you guys. But I had to change this because I'm not comfortable. And I feel like I'm flashing people when I'm like wearing that super low top. So I changed it. So, but that's not important. Thank you for joining me guys today. So this this one, I have to use it like this because when I put it here, I find that the audio is not pretty good. So I don't have the best microphone right now. And I don't want to use the corded one because it's too hassle. But anyway, thank you for joining me again today. So we're going to talk about one from Latafa, which is this one, and a few other from Smart Collection. It's something from Vincini. Kamra Kahwa. So kawa means coffee, I believe. This is not the original. This is darker. It has some coffee notes in here. And I find that some people prefer this one rather than the original. Some people prefer the original. Some people think they're different. Some people think you don't need both. I don't have the original and I don't plan on getting the original because it's more on focusing on the cinnamon and a little bit boozy. This one still has cinnamon and I don't need that other one if I have this one. I'll link it in the description box kung may mahanap ako from the Orange app. But anyway, this is a strong fragrance. This is a winter fragrance. This is a cold weather fragrance. But some people use this one on hot weather and I find that this can be too much sa init ng panahon dito sa Pilipinas. Sa summer, this can be really cloying kasi this is very sweet, woodsy, thick with spices in here. Yung spices niya here that I can remember is cinnamon and cardamom. Pero yung pinaka-familiar ako na note na naamoy ko na spice sa kanya is cinnamon and that praline, which is a very thick, sweet na scent. It had some woodsy notes, but I put the notes right here. You can easily search it on Fragrantica. But for me, all in all, this one smells sweet, cinnamony, woodsy type of fragrance. It's a unisex scent, and it's a little bit gourmand, especially on the dry down. Sa opening nyo talaga mapapa, oof, yeah, that is strong. To be honest, medyo nag-alangan ako dito. Kasi I know that Chan does not like cinnamon a lot. Kapag dumadaan kami sa cinnamon, hindi niya masyadong bet yung amoy ng cinnamon. And this one has a lot of cinnamon. But it's balanced out by something woodsy and something sweet in here. It smells expensive for what it is. This one to me does not smell mass appealing. This one to me smells like a certain type of pang-amoy and preferences with fragrances. Kung sawa ka na sa very mass appealing, very safe na fragrance, it's time to move on to something strong. Like the affordable ones, you can find them from Arab fragrances. And I would suggest you look up Kamra Kahwa. Something that's not really that challenging is Vinzani Eclate. I have already unboxed this one sa office when I got it. Meron din akong unboxing nito on TikTok. So if you want to see that, check my TikTok account. I got two actually, yung Vinzani Eclat and Happy Moments, which is a dupe of Clinique Happy for Men. That, hindi ko siya masyadong nagustuhan kasi it's too citrusy. Masyadong strong yung citrus notes niya. Which doesn't smell like Clinique Happy for Men na naamoy ko from the department store. Parang hindi ganun yung Clinique Happy for Men na nagustuhan ko. It's actually unisex yung Clinique Happy for Men and I prefer that rather than Clinique Happy for Women because it's a little bit more fresh, a little bit less floral. But yung nabili ko from Vincent, it's too much on the citrus. But this one, Eclat, I like this one. But for Chan, is like, to him, this one smells really cheap. He prefers the version of Ian Darcy of Eclat by Lanvin. This is the inspiration perfume, which I like. I'm okay with this one, but I don't know why he thinks this one smells really cheap. He prefers the Ian Darcy version, so I don't think this is worth the money for me. Na-try ko lang to kasi yung amethyst is medyo pinag-uusapan sa TikTok, yung inspired ni Bulgari Amethyst version ni Vinzini, but hindi siya available nung time, kaya yung Eclat na lang binili ko. Let's try the smart fragrances. I have 1, 2, I have 13 right here na mga ganitong boxes, and some of them are 25 ml, some of them are 30 ml. Let's start with the first one that I got. This is Paradox. Ito yung inspiration perfume niya, which is from Prada. Ito yung itsura niya. Nagustuhan ko siya. 15 ml lang to, and marami na akong nabawas. This is a bubblegummy tuberose na scent. So it's a white floral type of fragrance. Sweet, but still a heavy dose of floral type of fragrance. So if you don't like heavy florals, like white florals, you might not like this one. Yung mga ka-office mates ko, when I asked them to smell it, because I loved it. The first time I smelled it, I fell in love with it. This is the first white floral fragrance that I fell in love with. So of course, I had to ask my office mates ano yung amoy nila dito. And someone said, amoy pumupunta ng simbahan, amoy tita, amoy lola. And I'm like, oh. I don't care. I still use this one. Pag nag-dry down niya, ang dry down niya, it smells bubble gummy. Pero meron yung isang beses na nag-mall kami, tapos binag ko to. So, nag-retouch ako sa banyo. Tapos, napaglabas ko. Ang reaction ni Chan, sabi niya, ano yun? Grabe naman yun. Kaming pabango naman yun. So, nananapak. Sabi ko, ako yata yung naamoy mo. Parang nagagalit siya kasi naka-mask pa siya nun. Tapos parang pumasok sa mask niya tapos naiwan doon. Tapos nang nilapitan niya ako, ikaw nga! Ano ba yung suot mo? So, and I was using this one, and it's a cheap fragrance, and it was projecting well. Kasi alam mo, nag-spray ako, tapos nagayos-ayos ako sa banyo. Tapos paglabas ko, para daw akong nanapak na, para daw siyang sinapak ng pabango. And I was like, magganang kalayo, like an arm's length. Tapos, natawa na lang ako kasi okay naman siya sa akin. Hindi naman ako nahilo kasi it's an open space. It's the mall. So, wag niyong langlangin yung mga ganitong smart collection. It's projecting. Especially this one. I cannot say for the other ones because I haven't tested all of them. Ito yung una ko kasing nabili like months ago. And I just got the others here. So, we're gonna smell them one at a time. So I'm not gonna smell all of them because I have already smelled, like for example, this one. This is, kitang-kita naman sa picture kung ano yung ini-inspire niya. It doesn't say, it just says angels. But it's Kilian's Angel Share, which is a super popular fragrance. Yun din ang inspiration ng camera, which some people say it's not really similar because Kilian's Angel's Share is a little bit more boozy, and Camera is a different, it's a whole new perfume on its own. But anyway, this one, I find that this one smells similar to Camera. It's that woodsy, although Camera is sweeter, this one is a little bit more boozy, a little bit more woodsy. Napaamoy ko siya sa mga ka-office mates ko, and amoy, sabi ni Ninyo, amoy Alfonso. Amoy matamis na alak. So yeah, amoy alak, malakas siya. So, natapon ko sa kamay ko nung ni-spray ko, and I was like, ooh, this one is strong. I feel like I like it only for like if I get wafts of it, but if I smell it all the time, I feel like it's gonna give me a headache. So this is a little bit challenging to wear, but I'm not gonna discount this. I'm still gonna use it sometimes, maybe if I'm in the mood, but definitely it's not for everybody, especially dito sa Pilipinas na mainit yung panahon. This one, I've already smelled this one. This is inspired ng Bombshell. I actually got this one for a friend. Ganito rin naman yung packaging niya. So I'm not gonna open this because I already know the scent. I've already smelled it and I sold the other one and she asked me to buy another one. So yeah, that's why we have the bombshell version and it smells a little bit like bombshell. I mean, not a little bit, like a lot like bombshell, which is a sweet, a little bit floral, freshy type of fragrance. It's a appealing fragrance. It's not very hard to like type of fragrance. It's a very feminine fragrance. Next one, we have La Vie est Belle inspired. So this one naman, it's a little bit challenging for me to wear because this one is thick. This one is sweet and thick and a little bit floral. So meron na ako kasi nung luminous and it smells similar to this one. Although this is thicker. This is even stronger. And I don't know if I'm gonna use this one. Like, hindi ko pa siya nasa spray, pero naamoy ko na siya. I know that this is gonna be strong. I don't know on what occasion ko magagamit. So, I think I'm gonna sell this one. Or I'm gonna give it to someone. I did not smell La Vie est Belle. I'm not really a fan of that type of fragrance. Hindi pa ako masyadong too trained. My nose is still not too trained for strong fragrances. But anyway, let's move on. This is actually the reason why I bought from Smart Collection. Napasama lang yung iba. This is, as you can see, Carolina Herrera Good Girls inspired. And this is the 25 ml. So yung usually na napakita ko kanina, mga 15 ml. Pero ito, 25 ml. Which is similar sa itsura ng original na bottle na kinokopya niya. So this is what it looks like. Ain't it cute? Yung original na Carolina Herrera Good Girl, you can press it here and the spray will come out on the other end like that. But for this one, you have to open it like that. So, syempre, it feels a little bit cheap on the hand. It feels a little bit flimsier. Of course, this is a cheap fragrance. What do you expect? But, ang ganda na yung pang display. And I've already smelled this one and it really does get the vibe of Carolina Herrera Good Girl. Like, I'm not really very trained pagdating sa differences ng fragrances, so I cannot say if there are very, like, too much differences, but it's getting the vibe of Carolina Herrera Good Girl. It's getting the vibe of Dahlia by Bath and Body Works if you like that and if you want to get the design of Carolina Herrera Good Girl, but you don't have the money for it, get this instead. I'm like, if, yeah. Some people might look down on me for this one, but I don't care. I'm gonna buy whatever I want. It's my money. Well, anyway, ang dami kasing elitista sa fragrance world. Like, lalo na yung mga super into niche only or into designer only. Like, they look down on inspired fragrances. And I don't blame them, but they're not my type of people. Because I don't have the money for that. And I don't see why I would spend a lot of money on super expensive fragrances. But anyway, off topic na naman. This one, I don't have the fragrance because I gave it away as Christmas gift, but I still have the box. This is from Aqua di Gio inspired. I had Chan smell this one because he likes Aqua di Gio and he knows it more than I do. I mean, for me, it gets the vibe of Aqua di Gio, but he said it's a little bit more subtle. It's softer. Yung version na to, it's sweeter. Yung version na to. It's a very masculine, freshy, sporty na fragrance na panlalaki. This one, pinaamoy ko din sa kanya to. So, hindi ko na ilalabas kasi ganito rin din naman yung packaging niya. Pare-parehas yung itsura ng mga 15 ml, which is, this is for women. This is from Davidoff Cool Water. Pinaamoy ko to kay Chan and he said it's unisex. He thought it's for men. It's a very fresh fragrance. It's very easy wear. It's not too hard to like if you like freshy fragrances na pwede pang initan, pwede for casual wear, pwede unisex, you might like this one. I have two na inspired ni Baccarat Rouge. The white one is the original Baccarat Rouge inspired. The red one is from the Baccarat Rouge extrait version. I have tested this out the day I got this in. I think I prefer the dry down of the extrait, but the opening on the original one is better for me. Let's smell it. Comparing the two, there's something a little bit more synthetic sa extrait version and there's something a little bit more sour sa original version. That's according to my nose. But if you like yung vibe ng Baccarat Rouge, go for the original one. But I find it can be too maasim. It's like in the stars na medyo umaasim din siya sa pang-amoy ko. It's the same with the original one here. The X-ray version, it has something synthetic smelling there that I'm not really into. So these will probably have to go, I think. Let's move on. I got this one as a freebie from the seller who sold me camera. This one is yung picture na yan is Dior Pure Poison, which is I believe a white floral fragrance as well. I smelled this one already, but yeah, it's the same vibe of Prada Paradox, but this one is a little bit more cleaner. It's less of the bubblegummy scent, and it's more leaning towards amoy sampagita. Yeah, it's a very white florally type of fragrance. So, if gusto mo ng mga amoy sampagita fragrance, you might like Pure Poison inspired from Dior. I think it's Dior. Is it? Yeah, it's Dior, I'm sure. We have another 25 ml product candy yung ini-inspire. This is what the bottle looks like, which is so cute. The bottle is mainly the reason why I got this one. It's a caramel fragrance. It's a sweet caramel fragrance, and I've already smelled this one earlier, and it's not very potent. It's not very long lasting. Although I can say I only sprayed like one or two, so I can't really say. So I'm a bit hesitant with this one because I find caramel scents a little bit challenging to wear for my nose. But for this one, I think I'm okay with this one. Yeah, there's something synthetic in here as well, like plasticky, makeupy, but I can deal with it. It's still a sweet, caramelly, almost gourmand type of fragrance. Almost gourmand because hindi naman siya makakain, but it's candy-ish. But it's still a designer-ish fragrance. Alam mo na perfume talaga siya. We have another one. This is Femme. I think it's inspired by Gucci Floral. I'm not sure. It doesn't have the usual picture of the inspired pabango here, but let's smell it. This one is a floral fragrance, but it's not a white floral. I feel like this is more like a colored floral scent. Like it has spices in here. I can smell some spices, like a mixture of a lot of flowers with some citrus in here. So it's a fresh floral type of fragrance, but I find this is too mature for me, and something is very peppery in there. I can smell something peppery, like parang medyo makati sa ilong. But I know that some people will like this type of vibe, especially mature women, especially those who like yung matapang na floral na fragrance. You might like this one. I think this is inspired by Gucci Flora or something. Last one, we have the 30 ml bottle. So as you can see, sa picture pa lang nakikita na natin si Versace Bright Crystal. Ito naman yung itsura nila ng 30 ml. Ganito na rin yata yung packaging ng 100 ml nila. I think meron pa silang mas malaki. Yung pinaka-cute talaga sa kanila is the 25 ml. I don't know why they have a lot. But this one is a fresh floral fragrance. This is the favorite so far from all the new hauls that I got aside from Prada Paradox. So, yung pinaka nagustuhan ko is this one. These two right here. Aside from Prada Paradox. Kasi ito yung mga bagong bili ko. I like this one, the Inspired by Carolina Herrera Good Girl, and I like this one. But Chan said it doesn't smell like Versace Bright Crystal. I mean, it gets the vibe, but it has a little bit more citrus in here. It has a little bit more sharpness. Para siyang medyo hindi masyadong nahalo something. It's not a very smooth f- flow tuloy yung sabihin ko. It's not very smooth. It's a little bit sharp on the edges, but it gets the vibe. But it's not exactly the same as Versace Bright Crystal. I would have to agree with Chan. Tinanong ko kasi si Chan, sabi niya, hindi, no, it doesn't smell like Versace Bright Crystal. I mean, yeah, it gets the vibe for me, but they're not exactly the same. But it can hit the spot if you're in a budget and if you want the vibe of Versace Bright Crystal, this might work for you. But then again, these are the ones that were sold on a very cheap pricing compared naman sa mga original na benta nila. But if you're into inspired fragrances, I think we have a lot of clone houses here in the Philippines. I just wanted to try itong Smart Collection because na-impress ako kay Prada Paradox. So I wanted to try their other scents, and I don't think I will haul again from them. I'm like, I'm okay now with these. I'll get rid of some of them. I'll have to sell some of them so I can try other fragrances. If this video was helpful in any way, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. It helps the channel a lot. I greatly appreciate that. If you have any thoughts that you would like to share, if you have any questions, I would love to know them in the comment section below. I'd try to reply as soon as I can. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!